Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's a round of 32. Finally, the knockout stages. We have plan, we have strategy. Finally, the full bracket, the full teams. Let's go. Okay, so the brackets are finally full. Finally complete. We have a couple of anchors we can see now, a couple of teams that have very interesting players that I would like to have in my team, but they have very difficult draws like Japan, Netherlands, Morocco, even Germany, Belgium, a couple of teams like that. Portugal, even, or Croatia as well. So I don't know, Germany, Paraguay, France. Let's talk about who meets in the round of 16. It's probably Germany and France, with France being favorites. Then Canada and Netherlands, maybe, with then Netherlands being the favorites, or Morocco. But the Netherlands Morocco is really a coin toss, so I don't know. I probably end up with no players from Netherlands and Morocco, and then maybe transfer someone in after against Canada or South Africa. Portugal, Croatia also, I don't know what will happen. I'm not so sure that Portugal progresses. Spain, Austria, Spain is favored. I will probably have a couple of Spain players, but then will they progress against Portugal and Croatia after that? Not so sure as well. So much. Then the US against Bosnia. Bosnia plays that low block, very good defense, very disciplined, very motivated. US, it's not so good that I'm sure that they progress, but I still favor them. And then Belgium and Senegal, also 50-50. I give a slight favorite role to Belgium, and it's very interesting here as well. It's just all the brackets except Argentina one, you'll see, are a bit complicated. Like the US, if they progress, will they progress then Belgium, Senegal? If Belgium progress Senegal, will they progress against the US? It's a bit complicated. And Brazil, Japan, and Ivory Coast, Norway, also one that seems complicated, but I will pick Brazil here as well. Then England, Congo, and Mexico, Ecuador. England is favored, but I'm not so convinced by England, especially offensively. And then Argentina, Cape Verde, and Australia, Egypt. Argentina is here as anchor. Pick 2 or 3 players from their team. And then Switzerland, Algeria, also a tough match. It's not going to be so simple for Switzerland. And then Colombia, Ghana. Ghana in that low block, running a lot. Very interesting team. Colombia is also offensively very gifted. So it's going to be a bit complicated on the first glance. It seems the brackets are simple. You can pick like your anchors and bridges, but it's a bit more complicated than that. You're going to need to trust certain teams. Like Argentina is pretty straightforward, but then I would need to trust France, Spain, and England, let's say. It's 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 the projections by analytics, by AI, or whatever. Quarterfinal odds that Argentina, France, Spain, and England. And then after them, the other bracket of like bridges, Brazil, Netherlands, US, Colombia. And then the third bracket between like bridges and rentals is like Switzerland, Norway, Portugal, Germany, Belgium, and then all the other teams as well. So let's see some of the interesting value picks, because I'm not going to talk about your Vinis and Yamals and Mbappes and Gabriels and Van Dijks and Hakimis and stuff like that. You already know who are those players. You already know who to pick. We're just gonna go a bit deeper into the value picks. Goalies, very interesting. There's a lot of goalies with 4.5 million that still have high probability of progressing, high probability of clean sheet. Those are Rangel and Galindes that play against each other. Freeze from the US against Bosnia, then against Senegal or Belgium. Crepeau against South Africa. Then he has a tough match. You have the goalie from Colombia, Vargas, goalie from Ghana as well at 4 million. So you can choose a lot of goalies with a low budget that still can get you clean sheets and progression. Then for defenders, also a lot of defenders at this threshold of like 5 million and below. Romo from Mexico, or any other guy from Mexico, but they have a tough match against Ecuador. Medina or Molina from Argentina. Just check who's going to play. Telefico is maybe going to play the left back. Then you have Singo, who has a tough bracket, but can be good for one match. Cercati from Australia could be a bargain. They can progress. Mechele from Belgium, just very cheap. Larea from Canada, very cheap. He has a good match. Katic is a clearance machine. He's going to probably crash out, but get a lot of points against the US. He's very cheap. So there's a lot of defenders that you can use to kind of fill out your defense with cheap options. Much better probably than in attack and in midfield. Then in the midfield, a couple of interesting options as well. Some of those guys didn't start in the first match, then started in the second match, and then in the third match, and they were really good. Saliba is like that. Vargas is like that. Mokwena is like that. Mazambi is like that. Party as well. You have some players that play for strong teams, but not. The price is very low. Like Nemecha in Germany, a lot of points. Summerville in Netherlands, also a lot of points, but he's not, I think, nailed to start. But those are very, very interesting options. There's a lot of them. And yeah, I think a lot of those guys can progress, which is also important, or at least give you those, say, 5-6 points for this round, and then you transfer them out for the next round. But as you saw in your teams, it's also important to have a couple of players that have like 5-6 points to accumulate on those very good picks. And then in attack, also a lot of interesting picks that are very cheap that appear throughout the tournament, like Probe from Netherlands, just 4.7. Quinones from Mexico, though he faces a strong defense. Ryan from Brazil. Brazil has after the mediocre first match, Ancelotti changed the midfield a little bit in attack. They are playing diamond now, some similar to his AC Milan formation in the past. Brian is there instead of Rafinha. Then Star, who scored 3 goals, I think, in the last 2 matches. He's playing Belgium, not so good defense. And Bolo has a very good bracket. Lukaku, he's facing Senegal, but his bracket is good. He's just 5.8. He's a great striker overall, knows how to score goals and assist. He can do a lot of on the pitch. So very, very high number of options at low prices for the round of 32. You need to mix them up with your premiums. Like you can see in my team, this is my current team. I need to check out some lineups, predicted lineups. If you know some good websites for predicted lineups for the World Cup, please write me in the comments, because I'm using a RotoWire and they kind of blipped a couple of times and made me make some wrong choices about the starting lineups. So I kept my goalies from the from the group stage, because they're just 4 million and they have good matches. They can progress. They can keep a clean sheet. Goalies from Canada and Colombia. Then in defense, Gabriel was so good, even if she's just doing a lot on the pitch. He's the best center back in the world, in my opinion. Brazil can progress far, but he's a bit on a more expensive side, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep him. Maybe go for Upamecano as an anchor from France. Then Gueye, he retained his starting lineup in England. England has a very good matchup against DR Congo. Maybe I'm going to take another English defender. Laporte is the best pick in Spanish defense. Austria can score possibly against Spain, but he's still going to accumulate a lot of points because of his passing. Then Mechele is just 4.5 million, and Belgium can progress, and he's also accumulating a lot of points. I had him in the group stage. Even if they concede, and they will probably concede, that's Belgium, but he still can rack up like 7-8 points. And Medina from Argentina, who had a very good games, but he's not certain to start because of Tagliafico. Maybe I'm gonna pick Molina, who is just 4 million. That's a bargain because he's not accumulating a lot of points in this game, but he's there for clean sheets as an anchor to keep you from getting more transfers. Then in midfield, you must have Vinny Jr. He's in such a good form. Everyone is probably going to have him now, so you also need to have him. Then I'm going to have Yamal as another premium. He's facing teams that are not so good in defense in Austria. And then probably then afterwards, like Croatia or Portugal, that's going to try and attack Spain a little bit as well. So he's going to have a lot of space. Then Rabiot. Rabiot is just a talisman in that French national team. He can score, he can assist. He's always good in fantasy games, always racking up points. Then we have Nemecha from Germany. Scored a lot of points in first two rounds, not so much in the third round, but they had the match that they didn't need to win or even draw. And he really positively surprised me, accumulated a lot of points, and he's just 5.8. And Germany can still, I mean, they will progress the first round, and then maybe they can upset in the second round, in the round of 16. So I like to have him. James Rodriguez is just fantastic player. He can score, he can assist. He's just 6 million. He just scored 8 points last night without any goal or assist, just on key passes, dribbles, and stuff like that are valued highly by SofaScore Fantasy. So I'm going to keep him. I had him in the entire group stage. I'm going to keep him as well. And then in attack, it's pretty straightforward, no nonsense. You must have Messi and Mbappe. Everyone gonna have them, so that's why you need to have them as well in order not to lag behind other people. They're gonna have Messi and Mbappe. You just then need to pick the third option. You have those, like value picks that I mentioned that are very cheap, and they allow you to then buy some better players in midfield or defense. So far I went for Balogun because I think his speed is going to trouble slower but taller Bosnian defenders Katic and Muharemovic. They deal with crosses greatly, but not so much with speed, as we saw against Switzerland when Embolo was giving them a lot of trouble, and Muharemovic got a red card on him. Katic got a lower rating in that match. Just speed troubles them. I think Balogun is in a great form, and he can progress after this stage and then progress the next stage as well, or at least score a goal there, and then I can transfer him out. So that's it. Sorry if this video comes with some problems with like video and audio or something like that. It's just the everything is going super fast. I just needed to like freestyle basically this video, just like in one go.